Hey you guys, my name is Christian Alan. I am the actor and director of An Unplanned Miracle, and today I'm going to be doing a special Q&A with the lead actress of the series, Eleanor Bouley. And so I asked you guys to submit your questions online, and that is exactly what you did. So these are all coming from you guys. The first question that we got for Eleanor is, Eleanor, why did you join this cast? I think that's a burning question on everyone's mind.
Before I heard about this, this type of content was content that I sort of wished was out there. And so when I heard about the project, I was like, cool, I'm really glad this exists. And then when I was offered the opportunity to act in it, I was sort of intimidated because I didn't I didn't know if I was gonna do a good job with it. It was definitely these are messages that are important to me, and these are stories that I want to be telling. And so yeah, just the story and what you learn from it, I think was very compelling to me. So I wanted to help tell it.
Yeah, and I think everyone is really happy that you did fill in the role because you did an amazing job. So, what was the most challenging part for you as an actress in this project?
I don't know, it was sort of just hard to, at some points, to get into Olivia's mindset. I think a lot of the time she is conflicted and feeling a lot of different things, and so it took some preparation and thinking to get myself thinking all the things that she's thinking at the same time. There are a lot of the times where she's not just thinking and aiming for one thing at once, so the balance of being confused and whatnot, that was difficult.
What are some things that the audience would not know about the filming process aside from that?
I feel like I got really specific in all my little behind the scenes videos. We had to sit really far away from, we had to sit far away from our cameras because it zooms in when you edit it. I had a textbook nearby me open to some picture of a fetus at all times when we were filming.
Give me an house tour of her house to determine where we were going to film each episode.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah, because it was really difficult having the director not live in a place where he could direct, so he was trying to instruct me in what I needed to do to be his hands and eyes and stuff. Yeah, I went all around my house with the camera so that he could pick locations for different scenes, and him telling me lighting and stuff, and I'm trying to and I don't really know what he's going for, but he's trying yeah, so that was difficult and frustrating for Christian, I'm sure.
So I guess going off of that, if you had to tell or convince someone to watch An Unplanned Miracle, what would you tell them, or how would you convince them?
Yeah, I think it speaks a lot to what a lot of high schoolers and young adults actually experience in their relationships, and the ways that a lot of them are unhealthy, and the way that a lot of relationships look like. And I think that's important to display those struggles and those situations.
Well, I'll just add on, one of the things that I really liked about it is, I'm not going to beat around the bush, this series did talk about abortion, which is a very controversial topic nowadays. But what I liked is that we didn't try to weaponize that. It wasn't to demonize anyone or to oppress anyone. It was simply to tell a story about the struggles of finding out you're pregnant, especially during the pandemic. And so that was really cool.
I liked that too, because yeah, I feel a lot of the time when it comes to abortion, there's when it's displayed in something, it's sort of immediately when the question comes up, it's there's an obvious right answer. And so I sort of like how it was both options were heavily considered in this. So
yeah. So March is International Women's Month. How do you think An Unplanned Miracle empowers women?
I think it empowers women because, Olivia, she struggles, wondering where her self-worth comes from. And she and a lot of young girls, I think, believe that so much of their self-worth comes from relationships. And so, you sort of watch her struggle with that. She has a lot to deal with, and there's so much that she overcomes, and she makes mistakes along the way, and, is able to work through those too, and just sort of piece things together and keep fighting. Yeah, I hope that people can see themselves in her and recognize their story in her, and see empowerment in how she gets through the stuff that gets through the struggles that I think a lot of people have.
Yeah, I think one of the most empowering things in the series, at least from my opinion, is like the part in the penultimate episode where like the baby kicks, and where she decides like no matter how the relationship or the dynamic that she has with Miles is, she's gonna keep the baby no matter what. Like she's not gonna let her feelings toward this guy push her into doing something that she doesn't want to do. So I thought that was like really, really cool. So the final question is like a question that was asked so many times. Is it gonna be season 2? Is it gonna continue? Is it over? Are we gonna see Miles and Olivia again? Well, you will see Olivia again next Friday in the An Unplanned Miracle special as part of the Believe You Are the Best anniversary at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Believe You Are the Best.